So far we have discussed about the Hinduism and its ancient education in the medieval systems. Now we are going to talk about the specifically about the reference to Maktabs, Madrasas and the Monitorial system. So what happened to it in the medieval period? So this Maktab is the primary level of the Muslims education. Here the instruction was through reading, writing and simple arithmetic 3 hours, and the curriculum was like Maktab or Bismillah was performed in 4 years of age, 4 months and 4 days. Children were made to do it and Muslim fakirs were told. So this is about the Maktabs. And then what happened is like next curriculum of this mode of instruction in maktabs were, during those days there were no printed books for them, for beginners, so they used to give wood books, that is tactics, that was used. And after this, alphabets, words were taught. In the stress on calligraphy was important, like a grammar etc were taught. Religious instructions were also given, like a Boston Quran and Gulistan and the Boston poems, that is Firadausi, were taken up. And Paharas, student also learned Pahars, multiple of numbers. Students memorize these uttering collective in loud voice. So some things are something like when we utter it loudly, then only we get it. So like recitation of tables, rhymes, etc. in that way. Now next, the level of schooling is madrasas. First it was maktabs, then the second level of schooling is madrasas. Here the term madrasas is derived from the Arabic word dars, which means a lecture, means a place where lecture is given. So madrasa, which means the principal venue and vehicle for the transmission of the religious education to urban cities for Islamic work. Got it? Then about the imparting the secondary education and the secular concepts were also covered. From 10 to 12 years different people used to join, and religious education comprised deep study of Quran, Islamic law and Sufism, literature, logic, history and geography, astronomy, astrology, arithmetic, agriculture and medicine were the secular subjects. And eminent scholarly was also taught through these subjects. And vocational education was also there, that like provision was also made for vocational techniques and professional education, because that was like a good earning for them at that time. And you can see that the teacher is not only a maulaim but also the transmitter of the knowledge, so but also a murabbi, a trainer of the souls and personalities. So this was about the madrasas. And then monitorial system of education can be explained as a practice of most extensively in the 19th century. The basic teaching and learning process was like a monitorial system only, like passing education from people to many cultures. There was a teacher and the superior students have learned many things from the adult teacher in charges, then that were taught as a knowledge to the younger students from the superiors itself. So this was a best type of teaching. So better scholars taught the weaker people. And what happened is this period method marked it as a success as an economy and reduced the number of adult teachers and resulted in low cost benefit ratio also. Here what happened is later system resulted in training the students in art of teaching for 5 years. After that they are 13, and such programs developed into normal schools and training colleges. Now that's how the teaching training was started. Many educational institutions followed monitorial system during medieval period. Even today this system of education is being still beneficial to all of them. So that is about the maktabs, madrasas and monitorial system.